Well, good afternoon, good people, and Eagles and 49er fans. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. You know, it is so funny to me. Power rankings are coming out. ESPN has the Cowboys from 11 to 7. I haven't seen all of the power rankings. I know some people had the Cowboys as far back as 18. So it'll be interesting to see how all of them shake out, find out what the average is on all of them. Remember I told you guys last night how the perspective of San Francisco was going to be, oh my God. And I'm just listening to Colin Cowherd. I had to go to the dump, which was probably about the right thing to do while you're listening to Colin Cowherd. And they're sitting there talking about how great San Francisco. Now, don't get me wrong. A win is a win in the NFL. It doesn't matter. A win is a win. But instead of looking at this from the standpoint like they did with the Cowboys, where they say, Cleveland is a mess. Cleveland is just terrible. And not really trying to actually give the Cowboys any credit. When you think about the Cowboys having three defensive players in the top 10 in pressures in one game. That's a lot of pressures. I don't care who you play. When you got three players in the top 10 in pressures, that's unbelievable. And so they're going through, and they were talking about, well, it's guys we've never heard of. Who's this Overshown guy? It's like, yeah, because they were going through, and they were belittling the Cowboys and saying, oh, well, they got to pay Micah and this, that, and the other, but you can't, you can pay, or they said you can't pay like three players in there. Although San Francisco's got like five. They said unless you can really draft well and you can find players on the cheap and things like that. Okay. Eric Kendricks, a guy San Francisco wanted, he looked pretty good with his interception, 2 sacks, and like 4 tackles. He's on the cheap. He's on the real cheap. And drafting well, we had a rookie starting at cornerback, Carson. We had 2 offensive linemen that were rookies starting. Our right tackle was an undrafted guy. So when you start talking about you've got to be really good in the draft, yeah, well, the Cowboys, they've built their whole team from the draft. So that does help you to be able to hold on to your talent. But be that as it may, yesterday, and deservedly so now, the Jets, I think every year, this happens every year without fail, that it's always, the Jets are going to be great. Oh, they got Aaron Rodgers, they're going to be great. Oh, Aaron Rodgers is back, they're a Super Bowl team. But wait a minute. Let's back this shit up. Aaron Rodgers has been MVP like 3 times, right? Those MVP years never led to him being in the Super Bowl. The last time Aaron Rodgers was in the Super Bowl was when AT&T was just opened. Yeah. When AT&T just opened. And everybody just assumed, oh, the Jets, a team that's been a loser franchise forever, that simply just putting Aaron Rodgers on there is going to make them a great team. And I'm sorry, Robert Saleh, as the head coach of them, is an idiot. That team is so freaking overrated every single year. Now, all of a sudden, the 49ers beating this overrated team. Oh, my God, they're the second best team in football. They're so great. Their defense last year, because this is what Colin Cowherd actually said, they just destroyed the New York Jets with their vaulted defense. Okay, well, scoring defense, they were 13. And yardage defense, they were 3rd. And I'm going to say that those numbers may be partially skewed. And you want to know why they are partially skewed? You average more yards per pass than you do when you run. If you average about 4 yards, 4.5 yards a run, you're doing really good. But you think about passing, even with the dink and dunker, you're talking about 7 yards. So with the Jets being as bad as they were and having no quarterback, by the second half, you're just running the football. So yardage-wise, the numbers you expect to be low. Now, I'm not going to say that that's necessarily the same thing as the Cleveland Browns, who were a playoff team that won a number of games, that they had teams that are still trying to beat them, that they had leads. So I will look and say that Cleveland, having the number 1 yardage defense and 12th in scoring defense, that it may be some of that was garbage time. You follow what I'm saying? Be that as it may, either way, you're still playing 2 defenses that were supposed to be really good. The Browns are supposed to be better. The Cowboys score 33. The 49ers on the road. The 49ers at home score 32. And we have the 49ers are the greatest team ever. The Cowboys, the Browns just suck. And I'm not saying that 49ers are not better than the Cowboys. I'm not saying that at all. Understand, I want you to see how they put out their narrative to fit what they want to say. That it's not always the same criteria that they use for everything that would say, oh, okay, we can measure these 2 things because of the way that, no. We've got the Jets and their vaulted offense that got blown out by San Francisco. And you've got the Cowboys on the road who just beat an abysmal team. That was a playoff team last year. Jets, not so much. Yeah. But that's what I'm going to say about that. And that's all I have to say about that. And I'm going to the hardware store. Not Home Depot. The hardware store. Because Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Peace.